Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns. These shifts may be natural, such as through variations in the solar cycle. But since the 1800s, human activities have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. Burning fossil fuels generates greenhouse gas emissions that act like a blanket wrapped around the earth, trapping the sun's heat and raising temperatures. Examples of greenhouse gas emissions that are causing climate change include carbon dioxide and methane. These come from using gasoline for driving a car or coal for heating a building. For example, cleaning land and forests can also release carbon dioxide. Landfills for garbage are a major source of methane emissions. Zambia has been experiencing adverse impacts of climate change, including an increase in frequency and severity of season droughts, occasional dry spells, and increased temperatures in valleys, flash floods, and changes in the growing season. In response to these impacts, the Zambian government and other stakeholders are working to develop sustainable and appropriate programs that will enhance community participation in climate adaptations. Among the major causes of climate change in countries like Zambia are emissions from the mines. Copperbelt Province has been used as a case study because it's where most mines are located.
All local authorities, through the Department of Public Health, have the similar mandate as that of ZEMA at local level. Despite the government putting up all these measures to address environmental and climate change in Zambia, especially in the mine host communities, the mitigation measures do not promote community engagement and participation in addressing environment and climate change in their respective communities. Taking a leaf from Kangoyo, houses and acid mists in Chingola, land degradation in Lufwanyama, and also open pits of Chingola, all these crises are the results of mining activities. A number of studies have been done that point to the mining and its effects on environment.
A non-governmental organization, Fpsz Zambia, with support from Global Green Fund, has continued its sensitization program that is aiming at enhancing community participation in building social solutions, resilience, and climate change adaptations.
My full name is Martin Wanyakampamba, and I'm the Executive Director for Fpsz Zambia. Fpsz Zambia is a youth-led organization based on the Copperbelt Province with a main aim of addressing climate change and justice in the mining communities, namely Mufrila mining communities, Chingola mining communities, as well as Lufwanyama mining communities. The reason has been it's due to the human activities in terms of looking for the minerals. As they look for the minerals, we neglect the aspect of preventing, preserving, and conserving the environment.
The development of the country Zambia mostly depends on mining, which is the backbone of the country's economy. But Fpsz Zambia feels that precautions to protect and preserve the environment should be put in place as mining activities are being conducted.
Our advocacy work that we've been doing for quite some time on the Copperbelt and other provinces in Zambia, we are looking at the human activities vis-a-vis development. We cannot do away without development. We need to develop. And some of the most prominent areas that we've, as a country, Zambia, is focusing for development is mining. Now, as we are doing this mining, there are certain things that's supposed to be put as a precaution. What do we mean? An investor, when they come, as they are mining, they are supposed to look to it to say that the environment is preserved, The indigenous people they have found, they are engaged. The indigenous people that they have found are looked well after. Lastly, we are saying, as we do development, we should not do development on an aspect of killing our environment and killing our people, because the environment is the source of the living. If mining needed to do more productivity, the production is dependent on human resource. And this human resource is dependent on what? Environment. Hence, sources of water, land, air need to be preserved. So our campaign is that let us engage the local people themselves, because these are the ones who are affected. And for us to win, we need to enhance the capacity for the local communities to adapt where they can adapt, to mitigate where they can mitigate, to address the challenges where they can be addressed.
The organization has not only been conducting indoor sensitization workshops, but has visited communities such as Kankoyo for direct engagements with community members, and also to understand how much damage has been done to the environment by emissions from the local mines. Garbage disposal is another major contributor to climate change. Fpsz Zambia believes that an advocacy on proper garbage disposal is a simple solution to getting rid of the uncollected garbage that pollutes the environment.
My name is Fpsz. I am the head of programs for Fpsz Zambia. Fpsz Zambia, it is one of the organizations here in Copperbelt province which is advocating for proper disposal of wastes. We've been doing education awareness programs since 2019 with some resources that we got from GIZ, and we have also done a number of projects under the same solid waste management, because we started with the pilot in Kankoyo Central, which includes Kwacha, Mpelembe, and the Fpsz wards, because these were the most generating wards in terms of solid waste. So we discovered that in Florida Municipal Council they were recording about 99.5% of solid in terms of tonnages. But after a number of advocates work in terms of education awareness, community members, they were even able to identify the places that they were happy with, that they can be used as disposing points for easy collection of the waste by Mufulira Municipal Council, of which Mufulira Municipal Council, together with the ward development committees from the three mentioned wards, they have even signed MOUs where the community are supposed to contribute a certain amount which goes towards diesel that the Mufulira Municipal Council needs to use. But the only thing that has remained is to open the accounts that they are supposed to be depositing the resources into.
Sensitization programs that are being conducted by Fpsz Zambia on various districts on the Copperbelt province have been helpful to the local authorities in terms of planning.
And where we are going, we really want to see to it that we work together for the betterment of the people of Chingola, and we are going to see to it that we add value. In Chingola, we have so many issues to do with garbage collections, and we have 25 markets. Honorable councillors and WGCs, we need to see to it that we work together and realize the resources that is coming from the people, so that we better the living standard of our people.
And I'm happy that during the implementation of the project under Global Green Grant, according to the activities that Mufulira Municipal Council has planned, that is the Department of Environment, together with the Public Health, they want to amplify the program of solid waste management, whereby they want to use part of the CDF to purchase some skip bins and also the front end loader, which is going to enhance in terms of collection of solid waste management in all the wards in Mufulira district, more especially those that are generating a lot of waste.
But questions still stand on what can be done to revegetate areas that have already been polluted and how to make communities participate in the revegetation exercise.
What we thought was, first of all, we bring on board the Ward Development Committee, the Constituency Development Committee, as well as any zone member from the communities to understand what is the impact of climate change. How should we mitigate? How should we progress? It is sufficing to tell you that Mufrila Municipal Council, under the Department of Environmental Engineer, they were so excited when we brought this to their table, including the mayor, that we should find the lasting solution and the solution should come from the people. This is the proposal. From the bylaws that Mfrila Municipal Council has made, the mayor, the town clerk, the environmental engineer, as well as the councillors pledged that each and every plot that is going to be given for the sake of development, either residential, education, healthy, or road infrastructure, 10% of the indigenous tree that will be found on that trench or that plot should be preserved. We are telling them to say, yes, that is a good one, and we appreciate, but we are saying trees that has been uprooted during the development, let be replanted, which we have agreed. And that is the direction we are going to go. Not only for Mfrila, even for Chingola, the mayor is on spot. He agrees to that. He says that is the direction we should go. When we requested for resources from Green Global Fund, the purpose was to bring on board the community for us to find the resilience, adaptation, and mitigation means and measures. For Kankoyo, we feel many are the people who have gone into Kankoyo community to plant the trees, but this has failed. During our education awareness, during our engagement meetings, we have realized that the only way that can be done is to couple this tree, which is going to be planted, what benefit does it have? Because if I give you a plant to plant, which has got no immediate benefit, the care is not going to be there. So our proposal as Futurepreneur, which we laid during our engagement meeting, is that we need to start planting fruit trees that has got immediate benefit. Because if we give these houses the fruits, they are going to monitor and care for these plants because they know there will be an immediate what? Benefit. Rather than planting a eucalyptus tree, which is going to stay for 7-8 years only to be cut for plants, timber, that it is not going to be cared for. But if we plant an avocado, which is a lucrative plant for cash, economically, we are going to sustain their economy. We plant guavas, mangoes, and these other fruit trees. They know they are going to have an immediate benefit in a short span. Then these plants will be cared for.
So nomba ifo tulela nikutila ubuwele wele kwa kuya mukubule chimu tufiye chibwete mobulo eto ndeya mukubyala kachatu afu na tubyale efimu tivya kweba ati munshita yakutwala efidio mwala tashani mwala yako.
At the end of it all, what matters is how community members, civil society organizations, the local authorities, and mining companies will work together in ensuring that the environment is protected, more especially the Roko rivers like Mufrila Stream, which is polluted by emissions from Mopani copper mines, and Mushishima Stream in Chingola, being polluted by emissions from Konkola copper mines KCM. Because the two polluted rivers join into Kafue River, the aqua life in Kafue River is disturbed.